my future predictions of where I'm going to be with my brand and my business in 12 months from now, November the 12th, 2026, and then 4 years from now in 2030. I want to hold myself accountable. I'm going to publish this video and let's see what I'm able to achieve. But here's the exciting part. I want you to get involved on the 12-month accountability. Let me know in the comments now or at the end of the video, what do you want to achieve and what are you going to have November the 12th, 2026? Get involved and then we can check in on the new video 12 months from now and you can put in the comments, what were you able to achieve? So not only is this accountable for me personally, that I'm going to put this video out there because look, 2026, I am locking in even more. No distractions. I've got big goals to hit and then a 4-year plan by 2030. I'm going to let you know what I would love to have and kind of where I want to be. This video, I'm going to cover off what I have equipment wise, where I'm at with my businesses, my personal brand, kind of, you know, my phone, like what I'm using. I just really am doing this video for me, but you can get involved for yourself as well. I'm also going to share a clip from a video that I did in 2021 when I was at 876 subs and I'd spent over like $6,000 on my YouTube channel pre-monetization. It's absolutely mad. But let's get the easy stuff over and done with. And again, you can, you know, play along in the comments. So as of today, I'm running with the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I've even had to write it down. My laptop is an M1 Mac, 13 inch. The current books that I've written so far to date are on Amazon, which is called How and Where to Find High Net Worth Investors, which will pop up, and Self-Education Equals Success and Income. I'm also going to hold myself accountable for the next year to write a book, which is the same branding, Life by Design, and I'm going to do 40,000 words for that book, and that will be released by this time next year. So that's something I'm holding myself accountable, is writing a big old book, which I'm going to be able to use to leverage my brand and tell my story and my message. I would also love by the end of 2026, or this time, you know, 12 months from now, to have sold over 1,000 copies of my Life by Design action planner, whether that be hardback or the wire bind. Now, my Instagram page, as of today, by the way, my Aaron Knightley official, has hit 100,000. So that will pop up on screen. Let's see where my other accounts are. And again, they'll all pop up. My TikTok growth program, as of today, is 491 followers. My peak performance events page is 2,240 followers. My breakout program is 1,072. My Aaron Knightley lifestyle is 443. My holder tech logistics, that hasn't started yet, so I'm talk more about that in a minute. My tech company. My Life by Design podcast is 922 followers, and then my Life by Design action planner Instagram page is a small 47 followers. My TikTok, as of today, which is my main page, Aaron_Knightley, 497,300. My Aaron Knightley business TikTok page is sitting at 678, and my Aaron Knightley unfiltered TikTok is 5,768. Now, this is the cool part. 3 years ago, or in 2021, 4 years ago, nearly, well, it is 4 years ago, was at 876, and I'm now at 56,000. Again, this will pop up as of recording this, 123. That's insane. So I've gained 55,247. That's mad. I started this YouTube journey with, there's no guarantees. And in fact, this is probably a good time. I won't show all of it because it's quite a long clip, but I'm going to play some of that video. You can type in on YouTube, Aaron Knightley, how much did I spend on YouTube? And that video will come up. But look, let's take a look at a clip of this at the beginning of that video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you how much I've spent on my YouTube channel in the year 2021 pre-monetization. So I'm sitting at 876 subscribers at the moment, and I've spent a fair bit of money. But you know what? I've enjoyed every part of it. Absolutely love YouTube. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video and find out exactly how much I've spent.
Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm.
Okay, just to let you know, so these clips, we'll watch some of this. This shows my old office where I used to be in. You know, I've come from no money. My parents have had no money. We've had no money in our family. I walked away from school, no college, no education in terms of like, I haven't walked away with any credentials. I got one GCSE. I ended up getting an office in Mayfair. It's insane.
I'm doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time and doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
By the way, I used to get Uber Lux from London Victoria all the time to my office, which was in Berkeley Square House. And you're going to see like Simon Squibb coming through, Pete Komalafe, Mark Wright, winner of The Apprentice, like some of my good friends who would come up, we'd record, we'd go to the office, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, look, let's skip by. So let's just fast forward this. So this is some of the equipment. So in total, how much did I spend on my YouTube channel in the year 2021? Well, the total costs were, drum roll please. I'm not going to tell you just yet, stick around to the end, because what I want to do is actually break down the... Right, let's find out. The total is, drum roll, £6,529.66, or in dollars, it's $8,784.61. There we go. So that's how much I spent on my YouTube channel before I'd even monetized, at 876 subs. Now, some of you might be thinking, how have you had that money? Don't forget, as I've said in my videos before, I've been saving my entire life. I've been saving money. So I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I don't do the clubbing. I don't finance things. I didn't go on holidays I couldn't afford. So all of those things that normal people spend their money on, I have saved. So I invested into myself and my education, and also my family and I, we're not big spenders on materialistic things. So it's insane to watch this back because I've come such a long way. And in fact, there'll be like a screenshot of what my YouTube and certain videos with like my funnels and workflows have generated. And you'll see that pop up on screen. My YouTube makes tenfold what I'd spent there. So I've come such a long way and I knew it was worth it. So it's truly insane, right? Now, I just want to go over some like personal goals of mine. So like I've always been in good shape. So this year, I just want to share some photos with you on screen. This is my current physique at the moment throughout 2025. They'll pop up on screen, these images. I'm weighing in at about 81 kilos, 80 kilos. I weighed myself before this video, but I've had food, you know, it's like 1:30 at the moment, so you know I'm carrying a bit of water retention and stuff like that and food in me, but I'm about 80 kilos. Next year, physically, Jason and we've got some fitness goals which I'll talk about in a minute. I probably want to be sitting again around about the 79 kilo mark. Very lean, very in shape, broad shoulders, big chest, nice arms. Definitely want to be more vascular than what I am now. So again, this time next year we'll do a check-in with my physique and let's see what we're weighing in at. Probably going to lose some hair, you know, getting older a little bit. And we're still on the 2026 goals, by the way. I'll talk about 2030 a little bit down the road. So what do I want in terms of like my brand? Well, number one, I want to get by the end of 2026, November 12th, I would have loved to have had a free breakaway with free flights. Now that my brand's really credible and, you know, it's up and running and kind of, I'm on this trajectory now, I get a lot of free stuff. I get free restaurants, free invites, free PR stuff. Like I get lots of free stuff sent to me and loads of perks. But I would love to have a holiday with flights included for me and my family. That's on the goal. So I would love to have that ticked off. Now, what would I like for my brand and where do I want it to be? So I'm going to be realistic. I'm not going to go pipe dream stuff. I'm going to be realistic of what I can achieve and what I can test myself and really push my brand to by the end of next year in 2026. I would love to get my Instagram to about 200,000 followers. My YouTube, I would love to be at 200,000 subs this time next year, and my TikTok to be at 600,000. Now by 2030, I would love my Insta to be at 1 million followers. My YouTube, I would love to be at 2 million. So I've really upped it, but I think I can do it. My TikTok, I'd love to be at 5 million. Now, my businesses, so for those of you who don't know, I've been running a finance business, which is kind of in the brokering sector of where I raise money in an unregulated space, and I do very unique deals. I work as a middleman and I raise a lot of capital. That kind of ticks over and I have my regular clients. Don't really have much love for that business, but it did get me out my 9 to 5. It did allow me to buy assets and it did sort of give me the life that we have today. So I would love to be ticking over, nothing changing in that sector, just nurturing my current clients. However, my events company, so Peak Performance, I would love to get that by the end of 2026 to a valuation of, say, around $250,000 to $500,000 of a valuation with a company. I would have loved to have rolled out our franchise because we've built all the franchise portal, and I would love for Peak Performance to be one of the leading entrepreneurial inspirational event companies, certainly in the UK. The education side of the company, where I have my breakout program and the TikTok growth program, I would love by 2026 to that be pushing close to $250,000 in gross revenue. And I would love to have helped by the end of 2026 another 50 people leave their jobs successfully and run their full-time business, and become sustainable. Knightley Ventures is kind of like a new thing for me. So that the logo there will pop up on screen. Again, we'll do all the logos actually. Knightley Ventures for me is allowing myself to go into different areas and deploy capital into different investments, become an investor in other businesses. And I don't really have a plan for that, but I want to get that active where I just go into different ventures and I'm kind of going to see where that ends up. But that's really for me to put money into certain businesses. And I would love to go into like a non-exec role, but whether that's going to happen in 2026, I don't know, but I've got it there ready to go. Now, Holder. This is something new. So this is something I haven't been able to talk about too much. You've seen it in my vlogs, but I can now talk about it because we're trademark. We own all the domains. We own the company now. Holder, the logo here will pop up. This is my new tech company with my co-founder, Ben Saunders. Now, this is something that I'm very passionate about, and this is what's going to take up a lot of my time in 2026. It is a 3-tier software where we are solving problems for the retailer / manufacturer, the courier company in last mile, and we're providing an excellent service where customers and the app users are going to feel like community is coming back together. They're able to make money whilst at home, and they're able to help the whole process and become more satisfied as customers who are receiving parcels, and the whole last mile industry will be improved by our 3-tier software. Now, this is something that I am going to dive headfirst into. And as of today, tomorrow, we are having our first structured plan on raising our first $250,000. So this is where I would like Holder to be by the end of 2026. We've just taken on a tech co-founder in the business. We are going to be taking on a CFO, a chief financial officer, and I would love the company to be valued between $250,000 to $500,000 by the end of 2026. If not more, but an absolute minimum of $250,000 as a valuation of the actual company itself. I would love to have at least 2 other team members involved in that, one being in the operations and admin space, dealing with sort of all our day-to-day operations on the admin side, and I'd love to have another tech engineer, which will sit below Ben, who will be the operational director, and then beneath our tech co-founder. So that is essentially me, Ben, the tech co-founder, the CFO, and then 2 additionals, which will be an extra tech engineer and someone who sits within admin and operations. So let's see, end of 2026. And then where else are we at? 2030. These are my big goals. Holder, I would love to be sitting at a valuation of a minimum of $50 million. It's possible. 2030 could be more, but I want it to be a minimum valuation of $50 million. Now, what else have we got? By 2030, the events company, I would love for us to be sitting at a minimum of a valuation of around about $5 million for the events company. I've figured out an events company is really hard to run. It's logistically, there's a lot involved. There's a lot of levers that you've got to pull, and to certainly with the economy that we're in, to make it profitable. We're non-profit at the moment. It makes profit. We just don't take profit from the business. We don't take anything out. But to get it to a higher valuation, to churn out events of all different types, it's tough, which is why we're franchising. So I would love the company to be worth around $5 million as a valuation by 2030, but we've got our work cut out. But my main goal is Holder. Now, what else have we got down? I don't want any grey hairs. I don't want that. You know, the worst thing is I've visited Jesus early by 2030. Definitely don't want that. I've got a family and a young son, so I definitely don't want that. I would love my son to be involved in the businesses, which I believe he will be. He's really taken to like media and stuff like that. And my YouTube revenue, I would say by the end of 2026, I want it to be sitting around about 10 to 15,000 consistent in gross revenue. And by 2030, I would love to be hitting that 100K, 150K mark per month. And then just some other things like equipment that I've got. So at the moment, I'm on the Rode Pro Plus mic, which is like the podcast style. I'm on my camera that I'm using at the moment is my Sony ZV-E1 with the Tamron lens, which is a 17 by 28mm. I have the DJI Osmo Creator Pack. This is really good. Comes with everything, like all your additional, excuse me, I keep burping, like your mic, and it's got like an extended battery in here, which makes it a bit bigger. It's got like a little mini tripod. It's got loads of stuff in here, a wide lens, all that kind of stuff. That cost me about 670 quid. This was my first camera. I don't actually use this. This is what was mentioned. This is the Canon Mark II EOS M50 Mark II, yeah. But the autofocus was pants, which is why I changed that up. But that was my first ever camera. I've got the newer car sucker. So those of you who watch my car videos, that's what holds up the camera. But I now film my car videos with the DJI Osmo. And then I have the mics. These are the wireless Rode mics. There's two of them there, as you can see. With the receiver. And then I have one ring light here. I've got my main big ring light, which is a newer down in the cabin. I've got 3 tripods, my boom stand, which is it's got the mic on. So I'm sitting on a fair few thousand of equipment. But again, my YouTube has paid for a lot of it. And obviously, you know, I reinvest a lot of my money from my businesses back into my equipment. Again, I'm a minimalist. I literally wear gym clothes every day, all day. That's it really. I'm sitting here in shorts and Crocs. So that's it really. What else? My personal life, you know, personal goals. I kind of mentioned that. So let's see what happens. I think these videos are really good because it's now going to hold me really accountable, you know, and that's the whole point of this. And what I would love for you to do is let's focus for you on the 2026 goals by November the 12th. Put down 4 main things which you want to achieve. Let's not make the list too long because then you can come back and easily check it. If you do want to get involved, put your 4 things that you're going to be held accountable for, and let's make 2026 the best year yet. I am going all in, no stone unturned, which is why I put on my social media most recently, I'm changing my phone number. I'm not answering to anyone because I can't afford distractions next year. So there we go, different video, but I did want to get this out there because to be honest with you, it's mainly for me to hold myself accountable for. This is the beauty of videos that we can keep and then go back to. Until next time, again, do hit like and subscribe. Let me know the 4 things which you're going to be held accountable for, and I'll also hold you to it. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. Peace out.